Hey guys, George here again with Signal Hero Stories. So guys, today I'll be talking about weak outdoor signal issue. This is the issue which came last year entirely in the world, especially in Australia and New Zealand. This is massive, and this is the issue maybe of the future. Why? Because the 4G and 5G technology. As you know, 3G technology has gone, and in some countries it's still available, in some locations it's still available. But maybe in 1 or 2 years, the 3G technology will be no longer available. Some people still rely on Wi-Fi calling or Starlink or maybe other technologies, but I will tell you about these technologies in the other videos, why they are not good, why are they good, because for some people it's still a solution. But in this video we'll be focusing on what is a weak signal, how we solve the weak signal issue, and why it happens. So I will try to cover all the aspects of this problem, and I will bring an example of the Krystle. She's a New Zealand client, and she made a video demonstrating the before and after result, and the video is a great example where we see the weak signal issue and clearly explains how it can be solved and why some products fail to boost the signal and while the other products solve the problem. So guys, let's dive in and I will show you everything. It's going to be interesting. So guys, we are here in the page where I demonstrate how signal boosters work, and I'll also explain what is the weak signal with the signal measurement example. So you see the standard way of boosting the signal. So everybody knows who wants to purchase the signal booster, they do some research and understand how it works. So it's pretty easy. There is a cell tower which is located near every building, and it's transmitting the signal, and there are multiple cell towers. And in most cases they're located in some building roofs, or maybe they look like this, like a real tower, and it's transmitting the signal, transmitting all around 360 degrees, and every house, every building around is benefiting the cell phone reception signal. And in most cases the signal goes through the house, and when you are inside you have a great signal, and there is no problem, you don't need any signal booster. And why can't others need a booster? Because there are many factors. First thing is the distance. In most cases, when it's urban or rural, suburban and rural location, the nearest cell tower is very far, maybe 3 kilometers far, just an example, maybe 10 kilometers and more, and signal can't go through the house and customers can get their signal reception, but they still can do calls here outside the house, or the roof, or any location where they stand higher, as higher as that. And what's happened from 2024 or even before, especially in Australia and New Zealand, 3G technology has gone. I'm not talking about even 2G. 3G is almost non-existent. It's not existing anymore. So when 3G technology disappears, the number of cell tower is decreasing because 4G technology price is higher, so investment is really high, and mobile companies, providers, they cannot invest to have many cell towers like this, like they could do before. So if they can't invest, it means their investment is limited and number of cell towers is limited. When this is limited, there is another issue. The 4G technology signal is limited in terms of signal availability. I mean, before 3G technology could go very far. So 4G technology could go less, maybe a few kilometers, while 5G technology, this is disaster. Can go maybe a few hundred meters or maybe a few kilometers. But 5G technology is absolutely terrible, and this is the issue of this technology. Signal reception is limited. When it is limited, nowadays customers have a serious issue, and if they come before and they say, hey George, I can clearly get calls and do calls outside, and the data on the phone is great, but inside maybe I have one or maybe two bars, so it depends. But nowadays, customers do not have any signal inside the house, and this is really sad. And we can't do anything. I spoke about the Starlink solution, Wi-Fi calling, but I'll be talking about the solutions later because these technologies have their disadvantages. So I'll be speaking about this later. But let's focus here, and as we should understand what is a weak signal. Okay, so let's go into the next page, and I show you in this page an example for how to test the signal. We have test guides, and iPhone and Android users, they can test the signal. Why iPhone and Android? Because this is like maybe 99% of phone users. There are some technologies, very old technologies, which are based on non-Android, maybe Microsoft, but I never met someone having a Microsoft phone, or maybe all phone without any operational system. So this happens extremely rarely. It almost never happens. So in most cases, people use iPhone or Android. So for Android, there is a special app from people download. This app is called Network Cell Info Lite, and iPhone doesn't have any app. You just type a special code on your iPhone and it pops up signal reading. So what result do we have here? And I will explain later about these results. So for now, let's focus what is a weak signal, because the purpose of this video is a weak signal. We got readings from the nearest cell tower, and we got readings for the signal strength. So weak signal is this one. For iPhone is RSRP minus 117, and for Android, this reading minus 111, and this in this particular example is minus 120, and it can go up to minus 140. It depends on the country, mobile provider, and some other reasons why it is ranging. For someone here minus 120 and another one minus 140. So this means you can make call and get call outside, but it may dropping. And this bar indicator is great, but in most cases, maybe it will not give you proper information because it's misleading. And 1 bar signal, this is a 1 bar signal, but 1 bar signal is also here in this range, so it's very, very tricky. You might have a 1 bar, but it can be acceptable. This range, this yellow range is acceptable, and the red range is not acceptable at all. And this still can be 1 bar, but here you can do a lot. I mean, sometimes you don't need a signal booster if you're here, but let's be honest, this if you have this result outside, inside you have this result, and it's still not acceptable. It still means you have a almost non-existent signal. So why nowadays it's tricky? Some boosters work, some not working. It's very hard technology, and signal boosters, most of signal boosters which are made and offered by mobile providers, but by companies like we are, they fail to boost the signal. If this is in this range, they fail to boost, unfortunately. I mean, most consumer devices, most of them, they fail. Why they fail? Because the power of the signal boosters, this is a technology like DBs, and I'll be explaining them later because this is too technical. I will try to be to keep this video understandable for most users. The simple boosters fail because not enough power. Because this reason, the outdoor signal reception is weak, most signal boosters fail. And the signal boosters work if the reception is here. For iPhone, if it's like minus 105 or minus 100, it will be working fine. But in most cases, simple boosters not work, or even if they work, even if they provide a proper signal, you might get a signal maybe under the indoor antenna here. I mean, if you go to another room, you'll still not have any signal. And here, maybe you might have 1 or maybe 2 bars signal inside your house, and still not be happy because of the promise. Hey, you promised me 5 bars. Where is my 5 bar? Hey, door. So I'm sorry about it, but the information we provide on the product page, it's not applicable for all cases. That's why it's highly recommended you contact us and make this test with your smartphone. It will be very easy for you to understand better what is the signal situation outside your house, and we will provide an example, proper example, and proper signal booster, custom signal booster. So let me go to the signal test video of the Krystle and analyze why it works perfectly for Krystle. Let's dive in. Alright, let's play the video of Krystle. In the beginning of the video, she's telling a story that, hey, do you struggle with a weak signal? And so she did, and she contacted to Cell Phone Boosters. This is the name of our website in the New Zealand, and in the UK our brand name is Signal Hero, which is international Signal Hero. So let's see her story. She struggled with weak signal and she set up the booster. But how she did? For this situation with Krystle, we carefully analyzed the signal and we found out that it's the same as many customers, weak out-the-door signal. And in this situation, we recommended a custom booster. The custom boosters is pretty much the same as the standard any other signal booster. It's just a bit more powerful. This is the only difference. And far more expensive than any other booster. I mean, because of the technology, as more power, as expensive it is, unfortunately. Yes, so Krystle has completed the setup, and it looks like the same as any other booster. I mean, there's no difference, and even the box is not looking as great because this is an engineering device. We have a consumer device which is with an LCD screen looking fancy and better, but in the end of the day, it doesn't matter for the customer because it's just boosting a signal. So she connected the indoor antenna and she shows the installation. But let's see the most interesting part of this entire story. This is the test, and let's see the test when Krystle is turning off the signal booster. When the booster is turned off, you see here that the signal goes down. It will go down to. I'm sorry. Okay. This is loaded. Okay, it will go down to minus 120, which, as I said, means extremely weak signal. You see, right? It's almost 120 and even weaker. Yes. So this is when she turned off the booster, and when she is turning on, the signal goes straight to 5 bars. And magic, how it happens? Well, it's quite simple. She just turned her booster on, which is a special signal booster, and there is no any magic. It's working absolutely great when you choose the right booster, and you have 5 bars. Everything is great, and everyone is happy. So this is the whole story. It's actually very easy. Simple boosters require a simple signal situation requires standard booster, and when outdoor signal is weak, like in this situation, you need a powerful booster. That's it. So, thanks for watching. You still see in the screen that her signal is going to better. And if you have any signal issue, feel free to reach me out. I will be helping you to analyze how to boost the signal. And thanks for watching. I hope in the end of the day, everyone has a great signal. Thank you. Bye-bye.